you do a go-home show. We are live, man! AEW has Full Gear this Saturday, and man, oh man, am I excited! Should be one hell of a show in Minneapolis. Tonight was one hell of a show. We had so much going on tonight, I don't even know where to begin. Lio Rush, Lee Moriarty, Dante Martin, Matt Sydal, impressive. Bryan Danielson and Rocky Romero, impressive. Dax Harwood and Pac, fantastic. And Dan Lambert power bombs Chris Jericho through a table. Oh, and how could I forget? Kenny Omega signs the AEW World title contract for this Saturday in Hangman's blood. That's what I call a go-home show. And this is the #1 podcast live on YouTube and all of the IWC. And I got Jesse with me as well, right here on Off the Screen.
AEW successful? Why is Tony Khan running his promotion better than Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard are running Monday night and Friday night? Long-term booking.
What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your AEW Dynamite post-show for November 10th, 2021. I am JD from New York, and I'm joined by my very good yet scared friend because he thinks Thunder Rosa is going to break into his home, Jesse. What's going on, man? How you doing? Bro, did you get the new padlocks on the door?
Do I look afraid, man?
Yes, you look terrified.
Okay, that maybe so. But that's not the damn point. The point is, I'm not afraid of anybody.
Let's see Thunder Rosa come meandering into the house, bro. I want to see what you do, man. You probably shit your pants right there on the floor. With your wife laughing in the corner.
I just locked the doors.
Locked it.
What's wrong with you?
Bro, listen,
man.
You got a chimney?
What's she gonna do? Climb my fucking roof?
Don't put anything past the woman, bro.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I'm telling you right now.
I'll close the flue. Close the flue?
What? What?
Chimneys have flues. You don't have a chimney.
Oh, a flue. I don't have a chimney, man.
Okay.
What are we living in, the 1960s? Come on. Where's a fucking chimney nowadays?
I got kids. How is Santa supposed to get in the house?
Santa? That's a little bit too early for me. Just give me the fucking cookies and tell Santa to go kick rocks, man. Listen, we got a great show tonight. Dynamite, yes. Jesse, in all seriousness. This is how you do a go-home show, man. I don't think I can find anything wrong with this show tonight. I thought it was fantastic.
No. This is how a TV wrestling show works, man. You get some wrestling in, you advance your storylines, you have some comedy here or there, spots, and you set yourself up for your big pay-per-view coming up. I mean, what's so hard about this?
Well, let's ask Bruce Pritchard. What's so
hard about this? Come on.
I mean, let's ask Vince McMahon and people power.
Jeez,
you know,
dude.
He ran Monday Night Raw this week, right? John Laurinaitis.
There's a difference. I mean, I thought they always ran it, man. I'm assuming that Vince can't be on the road every night.
You can't tell the fucking difference, man. Whatever. Whoever's there, whoever is there is a fucking puppet anyway. But tonight was a great night. I think Tony Khan kind of knew what he was going into Full Gear with. This was just like the proverbial icing on the cake for us wrestling fans. This was a great night of wrestling tonight. Really highlighted by some really, really great professional wrestling. Pac and Dax Harwood killed it tonight. Lee Moriarty, Leo Rush, they made their AEW Dynamite debuts tonight. They were very impressive. Bryan Danielson and Rocky Romero coming over from New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's going to be in New York City this Friday for the House of Glory show wrestling my boy Cashflow Ken Broadway. It's going to be a great match there, so I'm going to have the honor and the pleasure of calling that match for those two guys on Friday with the Solid Monster. This was a great show tonight from top to bottom. And the main segment of the show, Jesse, I think we might as well start with this one because he is returning after 6 weeks, and that is the goon himself, the prick himself, Don Callis, is back after 6 weeks, disguised as a cameraman in the segment with Kenny Omega and Adam Page, contract signing, moderated by Tony Schiavone, which in the end, this all broke down after a fake handshake or a setup of a handshake, and Don Callis, disguised as a cameraman, bashed Hangman in the head with the camera, and blood was pouring from his forehead, which then Kenny Omega signed the contract with. He signed the contract with the blood of the Hangman. This was an awesome segment, and I don't really think the match itself needed any more to get excited about because I think we're all genuinely excited about this. We're all genuinely excited for what possibly is to come for Hangman. This was a fantastic segment that really put the exclamation point on what should be an incredible main event Saturday night.
It is, man. I don't know what else to say. What is this storyline? Like a good year?
Yeah.
Into the making?
Yep. Literally from last Full Gear.
This is amazing, man.
Long-term booking. Yes.
Long-term. I mean, we don't get it anymore. We act all surprised and shit when we get this, but this is something we're supposed to get all the time. We act like we're being treated to something nice. I mean, how can you run a promotion without long-term booking?
Let's ask Bruce Pritchard. I don't know.
WWE. I don't know how they do it. How do you start booking a show hours before it goes live on the air?
That's what happens when you work for a company that hates professional wrestling.
It must be, man. That's terrible. This is so good. I mean, it's like you're invested in a year-long journey between Hangman and not getting the title, going into depression, trying to find himself, and even the real life stuff. It's like it plays into the storyline because then Hangman goes away. Now he has to go away and have a child with his wife and reset, find himself. After he has his child, he comes back invigorated and everything. It halfway wrote itself halfway through the year. This is so good.
Yeah, this is going to be an exciting time, and I'm already kind of seeing the people on social media, especially, it's always aimed towards me because everybody thinks I'm on Tony Khan's payroll. I'm an AEW shill. I'm always mentioned in tweets with Sapp and Alvarez and Meltzer. I'm like, Thanks a lot, guys. You're mentioning me with the top 3 fucking guys in the community right now. I take that as a goddamn compliment, man. If I'm on Tony Khan's payroll, geeks, you will know. I'll be blabbing that shit all across the fucking interwebs, man. But as far as...
If I find out you're getting money from Tony Khan and I'm getting none of it, I'll come find you myself.
Bro, listen, I'll hire you as my manager, man. What are you talking about?
What the hell?
Then you could get an up-close and personal look at Thunder Rosa yourself.
Man, let's stay on track.
Well, I'm already hearing chatter about, Paige and him being away for 6 weeks, and he wins the ladder match, right? And people are already coming to me complaining that, well, you didn't complain when, Paige won it, but Rollins, you complained about the ladder match, and he won a number 1 contendership to Big E. But the thing is, those guys came over from SmackDown to wrestle on Raw for a Raw title. They didn't win any matches on Monday Night Raw to be put in that ladder match, to be put in a WWE Championship situation. None of them won any matches. Paige won matches. He went away for 6 weeks because his wife gave birth. He was going to be the number 1 contender anyway. What's the problem here?
Here's the thing that these people aren't getting. That ladder match was pretty much fabricated and invented as a tool to reintroduce Hangman back to the spot that he was already in before he had to take a leave. All they did was just come up with a way for it to make sense.
Yeah.
That's all they did. I mean, there's literally no difference. Okay, we need a way to have this guy come back after this time off and get him back at the top of the card without jeopardizing our ranking system and everything like that. Hangman was already ranked. He had to leave. Okay, when you leave and it's your loss. Okay, well, he had this tournament to get him back in.
Yeah.
So it all makes sense.
Yeah, and that was a tournament that was a ladder match rather that included John Moxley. He was in there. He didn't win it. And then Tony Khan, this is a yearly thing, and it's going to be a yearly thing, this AEW Eliminator tournament going into Full Gear. Moxley was in the tournament. It's almost as if he wiped the loss of the ladder match away. He was kicking ass in the tournament. He was about to turn heel more than likely. That's the direction he was going until he, checked himself into rehab, and God bless him. He's going to get better. He's going to be back better than ever. But, none of those guys really suffered anything. It was a brilliant idea and a brilliant plan that Tony Khan had in his back pocket to get Adam Page off of television. He's back on television. He's right back in the mix. Simple. It's very simple.
It's brilliant. I love it.
Then the other thing, Jesse, tonight, we got a lot of Kazuchika Okada mentions tonight on AEW. It was all over social media. Is he coming in? Is this seeds being planted for Okada coming in from New Japan? Somebody told me today that he is already in the United States because they have a Battle of LA or something, New Japan, happening in LA on Saturday night, 11 p.m. West Coast time. And I believe Okada is wrestling the former Buddy Murphy, a.k.a. Buddy Matthews, on that show, which should be a fucking absolute classic if we know anything about those two guys. A lot of Okada mentions tonight because the best friends, Orange Cassidy, Trent Beretta, and... the fuck is his other name? I always forget the other guy's name. The best friends. I can't think of his name right now.
Trent and
I don't know why it's drawing a blank. Whatever. Wheeler, Yuta, they're all in chaos. Chaos. So Okada mentioned tonight on AEW Dynamite, is he coming in? Do you see him coming into AEW eventually with all the Steves? Chuck Taylor, yeah. I'm sorry, Chuck Taylor. Sorry, bro. It's been a long day. Okada, is he coming into AEW, or do you see this happening?
They mentioned Okada, and I wrote that shit down. They mentioned Okada 3 times in the first, I think it was like 6-7 minutes of the broadcast tonight. Right away. That's not coincidence. They haven't mentioned Okada at all. I don't believe at all on TV. I could be wrong. I'm trying to think back. I don't think they did. If they did, it was like on the slide in passing. But they mentioned him 3 times in the first few minutes of the show. Not a coincidence. Not a coincidence.
If he comes in with the best friends in chaos, I don't know what happens there. is now it got my brain rolling. And I don't know if Bryan and Miro, I don't know what the situation is going to be there at Full Gear. I mean, if Okada's coming in, you're bringing in Okada to do the biggest fucking thing possible that you could possibly have Okada do, especially in an AEW ring. And it got my brain rolling, Jesse. Do we see Miro beat Bryan at Full Gear only for Bryan to be involved with whatever's going on here? We got that little Orange Cassidy tease at the beginning of that match with Romero tonight. Do we see Bryan get involved with Rocky Romero and Chaos, and then in comes Okada? Are we looking at a Okada versus Bryan match on AEW television for a future pay-per-view?
That's where they're going with this.
Yeah.
That's where they're going. Bryan is on this wrestling tour right now. He's on this kick where he's just checking off his wrestling bucket list. If that makes any sense. Tony Khan is allowing him to pretty much fulfill his dream matches, and he's coming out and doing it to kick off Dynamite every week, man. And Okada seems to be the natural flow of things for Bryan. He wanted to go over to New Japan to do matches, but with everything going on in the world today, they're just all coming here to face Bryan.
Yeah.
Which I can take that. I can deal with that. So everybody was thinking that, we were gonna get Kenny and Okada. We've gotten it multiple times. I mean, it's not that we don't want to see it anymore, but we got Bryan trying to, get in the ring with any and everyone he can. He needs Okada. And
the reason why I say this is Bryan right now, the way he's wrestling and the whole mystique about Bryan in AEW, he's at the top of his game at this current stage of his career right now. He is virtually bulletproof. A loss to Miro will do nothing to that man. It'll bounce off him like it fucking has no effect on him whatsoever. Miro needs it. Miro is the guy that you want to continue building up. He is fucking incredible with what he's doing. He goes on to wrestle Paige as Paige's first opponent for the AEW title, heel versus babyface. That should be an awesome big man match there. And then you get Bryan, and a lot of people are wondering, you mentioned Omega, Jesse. Omega may very well be going away after Full Gear to, heal up his wounds, and a much needed time away. And we've talked about this several times. They have absolutely a bottomless pit of talent where you won't even realize that Kenny Omega is gone. Keep him off TV for 6-7 months. Have him recuperate. Whatever the case may be, you got 1,000 other fucking guys you can fall back on, and when he comes back, it's only going to solidify how strong your roster is in the end anyway. But Bryan and Okada for Revolution, and if that's in Chicago, buddy, I'm fucking booking my ticket right away. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's going to melt the place. I called this weeks ago. It makes sense. We've all heard the rumors of Kenny being banged up. Kenny's been going, hard in the paint, for quite some time now. He's been trying to keep New Japan on top. Then he came over to help build AEW. And then when he did that, then he took on the world title, and he's been running, full steam ahead as the world champion. I can see Kenny. I can see him. I can see that he probably needs a break. I don't know the guy, but if I was him, it would look like he would need a break. And no one would miss him right now. No one would miss him. Everybody loves Kenny Omega to death. It's not that he wouldn't be missed because we can't stand him. He would leave and no one would miss him. There is so much at the top of the card there that he could take an extended break and we will be just fine. He's gonna drop this title to Hangman. I would see him come back and then transition into just basically getting kicked out by Adam Cole. Adam Cole starts running the Elite. And we mentioned this in text, that O'Reilly coming in.
Oh yeah.
O'Reilly, Fish, the Bucks, they're gonna reinvent the Elite. Hey, not Hangman. Omega comes back as a super mega baby face with Cole and the Elite running roughshod, and we get Omega and Cole.
Yep. And who knows? This may all lead to a super show between New Japan and AEW. You talk about AEW having a potential stadium show somewhere. I know Tony Khan's probably been contemplating that. I don't know when they'll actually be ready for that, but if you're planting the seeds for that potentially to be spearheaded by a Bryan Okada match, I mean, the possibilities are endless here, but the chatter about Kazuchika Okada coming in is very high right now. And it all started with a couple of name drops by the AEW commentary team and then Rocky Romero being on the show tonight. We will talk about that a little bit later on in the show as well. But I want to thank you guys very much for joining me on the podcast tonight. Thank you for joining Jesse and I. We have a lot to get into, but let me go through my usual spiel here in the beginning. First of all, thank you guys. I want to give a shout out to Raging Girl Gamer in the chat. Just because, and I know the entire OTS family is strong in number, so I want to give Rage a shout out. I want everybody in the chat to throw up the prayer emojis for Rage. No particular reason. I'm not going to air anybody's personal business. We all love Rage in the chat, but I want to show everybody how the power of off the script heals, man. Rage can use it, and we all love Rage being in the chat every single night. So shout out to Rage, and we hope, Jesse and I, you get better and you really find your footing, because we've all been there. So stay strong, and we're both here for you, Rage. Also, follow me on social media, guys, at JDfromNY206. That is on Twitter and Instagram. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Make sure you guys also go check out the videos that you might have missed on the channel. Monday Night Raw live stream is there. Last weekend's Off the Script, excellent. That's there. I even did a video today talking about the Xavier Woods up, down, down bullshit and how he's now making a dime off of that YouTube channel. Also, we got Bray Wyatt in the news filming a feature film with Jason Baker, the guy who is definitely behind some of the Firefly Funhouse stuff. So make sure you guys go and check that out. That was uploaded today, promptly at 3 p.m. So that is all on the homepage for you. Make sure you guys hit that join button as well. Become a VIP with me here on OTS. We got some great stuff coming up. Podcast is going to be changing a little bit as far as the aesthetics go in the next couple weeks. I'm very excited to share our latest design that's going to be incorporated into the live streams to give you guys the most interactive experience in the IWC. So make sure you guys do that. VIPs actually got a first-hand look at it today on the YouTube community boards. You guys know who you are. I haven't checked the comments yet, but I know you were fucking blown away by that shit, man, because when I seen it, oh my goodness, man, we're going to be showing up to the venue in style, man, let me tell you. So go check that out, hit the join button, and become a VIP. Bonfire.com, the exclusive home of the Off the Scripts online store. All the t-shirts you need are right underneath the video player that you see right there on screen. Patreon.com/JDfromNY206. And the podcast today is sponsored by Audible. Audibletrial.com/scripts. Make sure you guys go and check that out. It is absolutely free. 30 days, one free audiobook of your choice. Shout out to Issa in the chat. I'll be with Issa and Andrew Zarian tomorrow at some point. So make sure you guys go check that out. And I appreciate you all very, very much hanging out with Jesse and I on this Wednesday night. Let's start at the top, Jesse. We are going to go into the Bryan versus Rocky Romero match. Another plug here, cheap plug. Rocky Romero will be on the House of Glory show on Friday night in Queens, wrestling my boy Cashflow Ken Broadway at the Born Again show, headlined by Will Ospreay versus the Amazing Red. It should be amazing. No question, man. So I can't wait to see what Rocky Romero brings with Cashflow on Friday night. He was in the ring with Bryan Danielson tonight. Jesse, I know you and I are not really familiar with Rocky Romero as far as what he does in the ring, but a 20-year veteran, and he brought it with Bryan tonight. Excellent match. You mentioned it to me via text earlier this evening that it seems to be becoming a usual thing with Bryan opening these shows, whether it's Dynamite or Rampage, and just going out there and wrestling his fucking ass off. And this was no different. This was an excellent match. The decision was not really in question. Bryan's not going to lose right before he's got to wrestle Miro on Saturday night. But this was an excellent match. 12 minutes. Bryan wins. And like you said, how would you rate Bryan with what he's doing now compared to when we seen him, a couple of years back? I think he's actually aging like a fine wine, bro. I think he's getting better with age.
His in-ring work has not changed at all.
No.
It's changed from when he was much, 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 much younger. But his ring style hasn't changed over the last few years since he's returned from his injury in WWE.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been the same Bryan, and he's been true to his word since he came to AEW. The guy just wants to wrestle, man. He just wants to work. You know, I'll probably never forget the junket that they did after the pay-per-view where he debuted here in Chicago, when someone asked him, he said, well, what's your take on the quote unquote ratings war and things like that? And Bryan just had the best answer ever. He goes, I'm a wrestler. My job is to come here and wrestle. This is Tony Khan. He's the owner. He takes care of the numbers. I'm just here to wrestle. I'm just here to wrestle. You know, at the core of it, I'm happy because Bryan Danielson is he looks like a kid in a candy store right now.
Yeah.
He looks like he's enjoying himself. He's happy where he is in life. He's happy where he is in his company. And he doesn't have to be at the top of the card. I bet if he had his way, he doesn't care if he's undefeated or not either. He just wants to be in the ring to help this company develop, and that's exactly what he's doing right now.
Yeah, this is a joy to watch. It was actually just reported this week as well. I believe today, Bryan signed a 3-year deal with the company. So he'll be there for 3 years. I mean, people were reporting earlier in the week that the door is always open for Bryan to show up in World Wrestling Entertainment again. I mean, give me a fucking break with these news articles. He's not even fucking 3 months in AEW. You're already talking about him walking back into WWE. Why don't you enjoy what you got with him now? I never understood that. I seen that. I'm like, I'm not reporting this shit on my show. You serious? It's not even fucking news at that point.
After everything he's gone through over the last, I don't know how many years he's been employed with that company, just being here for a few months, why would he have any kind of urge whatsoever to go back, especially today, after everything going on with that company as far as employment goes? Why would he want to go back?
I don't know.
I mean, for one, give me one good reason
why he would want to go back. The only man that he needed to wrestle there before his way out was Roman Reigns. That was it.
And he did.
Brilliantly.
So that's it. There is nobody over there. I mean, what's he going to do? Go back and get into a feud with Dolph?
Yeah. Give me a break.
Over here, he's got the forbidden door swinging wide open for him. People are lining up over in Japan to come over here and wrestle this guy.
Yeah, like Rocky Romero. Does Rocky Romero, Jesse, is he, you know, we talk about the forbidden door, and I was thinking this to myself while watching this match, because I honestly forgot that this match was happening. This was a loaded card tonight. Tony Khan loaded the show up for the go-home show, and I absolutely forgot that this match was taking place. As far as the forbidden door goes, is Rocky Romero right now the one that's pushed the door open most so far?
I think so. I think the Nick Gage interaction was I mean, it had its issues, its controversy, but I think it got a lot of attention to AEW. I think that was actually it was a more of a beneficial forbidden door opening than people gave it.
Yeah.
But Romero, I mean, he's big in name to the hardcore fans. I mean, like you said, I'm not too familiar with his work. I'm familiar with his name, but I don't go out and watch New Japan very often, so I'm not overly familiar with his work. But I do know that he's a big deal over there, and I do know that him coming over here, I mean, just does nothing but also sets up others to come as well, especially for a successful match like this.
Yeah. So Bryan Danielson,
you gotta think about. I'm sorry to cut you. You got to think about what the performers over in New Japan are getting. They come over here. I'm not sure. I don't watch the company, but what, 2, maybe 3 times a year for shows in the States. When you have a chance to put your top stars on national television in the United States to show off your talent to the fans who know you exist already, how can you lose? How can Rocky Romero lose that? He won this match tonight. I mean, that's extra exposure in the biggest wrestling market in the world, in the United States of America.
Well, what exactly is New Japan Pro Wrestling doing right now anyway? I mean, they're not lighting the world on fire like they used to. So the Forbidden Door, the Tony Khan Forbidden Door is going to bring some of that back to what New Japan had before the pandemic. It's going to work both ways. AEW, this is a partnership that AEW is going to benefit from, and New Japan is probably going to benefit from it more than AEW, I think, or maybe actually even 50-50. You know, the partnership with Impact, that did not benefit AEW in any way whatsoever.
No. If I had to guess at it, and this is just something I'm going to pull completely out of my ass here, but if I had to guess at it, I would say New Japan Pro Wrestling, their popularity suffered a little bit just here in the United States with the birth of AEW, because New Japan and ROH, those were companies that people who were just completely over WWE, they could turn to for real pro wrestling. Go to ROH, New Japan, and they can get that filled. Well, ROH folding and AEW is a prominent company here in the States now. We probably have a lot of hardcore fans tuning in more to AEW than New Japan these days. They're still popular over in Japan and everything else. But if I had to guess at it, I would say their popularity has kind of gone down a little bit just because of the birth of AEW here.
No, I absolutely agree with that. No question.
Yeah.
But being that it's Full Gear week, Bryan was interviewed by Ariel Helwani on the MMA Hour podcast, and he was asked about the talent cuts in WWE. And he says some wrestlers should be able to give notice if they are not happy. So he says this when asked this question about the talent cuts. He says this, and I quote, "In some ways, I get it. In some ways, I feel like it's not right. It's hard because my father-in-law is the head of talent relations. One of the things that I've always had a hard time with, and I've been fired from WWE twice, so I kind of get this. It's one thing if somebody does something bad, but like, for example, if you're under a contract with WWE and you're not happy, or you're not happy with the company or whatever it is, if they can fire you and give you 90 days, then you should be able to give them 90 days to be released from your contract.
Absolutely agree.
On the flip side, if they are only going to fire you because of budget cuts where they are more profitable than ever, I just don't think that's right. They signed a lot of people to high-end contracts when AEW kind of started to keep people from going to AEW or whatever, but then they realized, AEW can't sign all of these people." End quote. I absolutely agree with him.
I agree. Something else too. You mentioned it today in the extra about Xavier Woods and the money he's making on his downside guarantee.
Yeah.
Now, if you get fired, if you get future endeavored, you get paid for the 90 days that you're under your no compete.
Yeah.
But do you still get all of your downside guarantee?
That's the part I don't know. I'd have to ask somebody that knows that a little bit more. I was under the impression that if you get fired, you get paid your downside guarantee no matter what. That is promised to you no matter what. But the thing is, with Xavier Woods, if you guys didn't listen to the extra today, every dime that he made from up, down, down, it was accumulated in his downside guarantee. So, for example, if his downside guarantee is $100,000 and he was making money on up, down, down, all the money that he was making is pretty much going towards his downside guarantee. It's not his downside guarantee and then whatever he makes on up, down, down. That's the same thing that they wanted to do with all the Twitch streamers, Adam Cole and everybody streaming on the main roster. They wanted to incorporate, well, all right, you can stream, but all the revenue that you're making is going to go to your downside guarantee, which is bullshit. But then you're not really making anything.
But I think it is extra. So you're right. So the money they make. So say his downside guarantee with WWE, just out of the blues, making up a number. Say his downside guarantee is $200,000, meaning no matter what, he's gonna make his $200,000. Now, say his up, down, down stuff, he brings in for himself alone. He brings in $100,000.
Yeah.
So that would mean that they would take the $100,000 that he made from up, down, down, and he would put it towards his downside guarantee. So they will only contribute another $100,000 to guarantee his $200,000. Now,
yes.
If he made $300,000 on up, down, down, then he would make $100,000 because they're gonna put the $200,000 towards his downside first, and anything on top then they'll give him. So instead of him getting $300,000 plus his downside, he's going to get 100,000, and they're going to count the 200 towards his downside.
Yeah, but we don't know how much of that $100,000 he would see, though.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem. And a lot of people on that show, a lot of people that are affiliated with that YouTube channel, they feel like they even said he hasn't made a dime, really. So all of that $100,000, we don't know how much of a cut WWE takes, because Google takes 45%. Yeah. How much would WWE end up taking? And I thought it was under the assumption that he was making all the revenue from the channel, because I honestly thought from the very beginning that it was his channel and he got it approved by WWE. I knew they were running it and they had all the internals going on with it, but I thought he made a huge chunk of money from that channel. And today it was reported by SAP that he's not making a fucking dime off of it, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, they're saying he's barely making anything. And what they're saying is basically he's not even covering his downside guarantee, or some months, if he is, it's not by much. So that's what they mean by he's not making anything, not really. So if his downside guarantee was 200,000, he might be making 215,000 on up, down. And instead of getting that 215, they're just gonna toss him a little 15 on top of his 200 and say, here you go.
And out of the 15, they may give him 2,000 because Google's got to take their cut, and then WWE's got to take their cut. But like I said, I mean, how much money do they really need off of a fucking YouTube channel? Off of a gaming YouTube channel at that?
Well, they got to report those quarterly earnings, right?
I don't know, man. Listen, Woods is respected there. He's going to get what he wants, and if they don't give him what he wants, I don't know what's going to happen there. But that was the big story today. But as far as that is concerned, Bryan said that about the talent. Rocky Romero is the biggest swing of the forbidden door so far being open. This could lead to a multitude of things happening in AEW, which is going to be very exciting to see. And this match tonight with Bryan was awesome. So Danielson and Romero, they were going back and forth a little bit. They were feeling each other out. And Romero baited Danielson to the floor. He was frustrated. Orange Cassidy was on the outside. He did the whole hands in his pocket deal, which was kind of a seed planted for maybe them going one-on-one at a future show. Now they're a part of Chaos with Romero, with Okada. Who knows if this is going to lead to Okada coming in with Bryan? We don't know. It's all hearsay by now. But Orange taunted Danielson, putting his hands in his pockets. Romero used this distraction with a tope suicida. Romero continued to go after Danielson with some chops. Everybody's chopping Bryan. Every match, his chest looks like fucking ground meat. So his wife even got in on the action. Do you want me to chop you in bed too, the way everybody's chopping you on TV? And he's like, no, I don't want any of that in the bedroom. So that was pretty funny to read today. So Danielson turned it around, eventually landed some yes kicks. He then locked in on Romero by putting on the Romero special. There you go. Before modifying it into a Dragon Sleeper, which Romero caught off by going for a double wrist lock. Bryan was sent to the floor again. Romero hit a jumping Rana. Back in the ring, Romero hit a standing sliced bread for a 2 count, which looked nice. They were up top. And then Danielson went for a back suplex. Romero turned it into a crossbody, which looked a little too dangerous for my liking. Romero came landing right on Bryan's head there with the crossbody. He went right for an armbar upon Bryan kicking out. Danielson reversed it into a powerbomb. They traded back and forth again. Romero was targeting the arm, going for a cross arm breaker. Danielson was going for Romero's leg because he was looking for a submission hold to end this match. Danielson then cradled Romero out of a triangle, some buzzsaw kicks. He countered a sliced bread, repeated arm locks, and then he got a tequila sunrise on Romero to finally make Romero instantly tap in the opening match of Dynamite. Really great match between these two. And again, Jesse, I love the way Bryan, he usually goes to that big running knee as his finish. He's won with the running knee. He's won with a yes lock. He's won with the tequila sunrise. I don't know what he won with last time we seen him in the ring with Dustin Rhodes. Right? I don't remember even remember what he did with Eddie Kingston. But the point I'm trying to make is every finish was a different submission. I love this shit. He can win in a multitude of ways, and that's the story, because just by that alone, it seems like just by the way he's winning matches, they're gearing him up for something that is going to be on his level, man. And I don't know many people that are on his level right now.
Bryan has a pro wrestler's mindset win working on matches and things like that. I'm gonna win with different finishes here and there. That's the kind of thing that he would bring to this. Remember when Punk was facing who was it that kicked out of a Punk's GTS at the end?
Who the fuck was Bobby Fish?
Bobby Fish.
Yeah.
That's another thing. That's not an accident. In reality, you kick out of so many attempted pinfalls at two. How come at 3.5 no one's ever able to kick out? Just throw it in there from time to time. Why not? It just kind of helps with the organic flow of things feeling real. I like the little things like that helps.
Yeah, Bryan is doing excellent right now. Loving what's going on with Bryan. Shout out to Dan Hackett in the chat with a $100 bomb in the venue. Dan Hackett's buying a large group of people at the bar right now around the drinks, man. Holy shit. $99.99 super chat by Dan Hackett. He says, can't wait to see what happens at Full Gear this weekend. Looking forward to Page, Omega, and hope that Punk Kingston lives up to that epic promo. Dan Hackett, brother, listen, it's going to be a great weekend. Jesse, you going to be with me on Saturday night?
Yeah, I'll be here. I was going to go to the theater to see it, but I'm going to stay home and order it. So
there you go. There you go. Dan, Jesse, and I will be here to cover it all for you and make sure everybody's filled in at the venue. Thank you so much, brother, for that $100 super chat. You guys can continue getting those super chats in. We'll hang out and read them all at the end of the show. Bryan beats Romero. I will see Rocky on Friday at House of Glory at the NYC Arena for Born Again Friday night. Man, oh man, Jesse, listen, I'd be the first to tell you, man, this Dan Lambert. Dan Hackett. I got fucking Dan Hackett, Dan Lambert. Dan Lambert is leading America's Top Team, and I was one of the first people when we seen it. I'm like, this shit isn't going to work long term, and it's got a very short shelf life, and this UFC, MMA cross promotion with AEW, it's, two different audiences. UFC, MMA audience don't really respect the pro wrestling crowd. The pro wrestling crowd kind of respects more a little bit of the UFC style because, it's a little bit more legit. But it's very one-sided. But when we see Dan Lambert here on AEW television every single week, and we see him do his thing with America's Top Team, I'm always reminded how the audience fucking loathes this guy for all the right reasons. And how this heel heat is not taught in any PC or fucking school. Nobody's teaching this type of shit, man. Dan Lambert comes out there and he gets heat bigger than some of the fucking biggest veterans in this industry right now. And it's such a beautiful thing to see. Tonight was absolutely pure hatred for this guy. And it all resulted in a powerbomb on Chris Jericho through a table, done so by Dan Lambert himself.
This guy is money. I remember sitting right here in this chair the first night he came out and singing his praises after hearing him talk for a few seconds. I remember getting booed out of this damn chat too. Oh, he's not that great. He was still learning then. I mean, when I say learning, I mean learning how to manipulate and work wrestling crowds. He's already had the chops, clearly. But he's gotten so much better since then. This guy knows exactly what he's doing. He comes out and the crowd gets ready to boo. They can't wait to start heckling this guy and boo. Nobody gets heat like that in this company but MJF. That's nobody else. This guy is so good at what he does. And I like the fact that they got him into a match with a bunch of other professional wrestlers so they can kind of protect his inability to go. And they're going to have him set up to take his comeuppance and everything else. This is so good. Lambert is killing it right now.
Are you worried about the MMA guys being in this match? Are you worried about them kind of stinking the joint up? Or are you pretty confident in what they're going to bring to the table here for this big 10-man tag?
Here's what I think is going to happen eventually with the MMA guys. I think they're going to fizzle out, to be honest. I think they'll get a fair shake And if anybody does stand out as far as cream of the crop, they'll get a go at it. But I think for the most part, I think the MMA guys will kind of fizzle out, and Lambert will be the last one standing to manage the Sky and Page. So we'll see. Maybe someone stands out in the ring. Maybe they're getting work and trained right now. Maybe they'll get better. But as it stands now, I don't think anybody's gonna last. But
see, the thing is with Dan Lambert, I can't remember the last heel that I watched on TV where I legitimately said to myself, I want to see this guy get his ass kicked. I think the last heel, and I loved him to death. I still love him to death, but I was so in the zone about wanting Johnny Gargano to win the NXT title. He eventually won the title from Adam Cole, but Ciampa got hurt. I wanted Johnny to beat Ciampa. I wanted to see Johnny kick Ciampa's ass. I think Ciampa was the last true heel that got that level of heat that I legitimately wanted to see lose his match and get his ass kicked. I don't know who has come along since Tommaso Ciampa outside Dan Lambert. I legitimately want to see this guy get his ass kicked.
I do. And it wasn't with Ciampa for me. I mean, I love Ciampa too much. I wanted to see Ciampa win. And
I don't blame you.
Run, I mean, I'm just that much of a dick. Yeah, I want to see him win. But for me, there's been nobody that I genuinely wanted to see get their ass kicked in the ring from Lambert since Vince McMahon and Stone Cold.
Oh, well, I mean, you're going way back. I'm talking about recent memory.
Yeah, no, I mean, recent memory. I can't remember a heel like, because I mean, and it's just a me thing. I'm like you. I love the heels, man. I mean, unless you're just a super mega face, I want to see the heels win. And Vince McMahon talked so much shit to Stone Cold that you just couldn't wait to see Austin kick his ass. And it's kind of like it's venturing the same lines here for me for Lambert. It's like this old guy's talking all this shit. He has no business talking. He's gonna get his ass kicked by these wrestlers. That's the kind of heat I see with Lambert right now. I wouldn't put him on the level of a performance level as far as carrying out a gimmick as good as Vince. I mean, we all hate the guy as of now, but I mean, you can't deny him. He was really fucking good in his heel run with Stone Cold, and that's where I see Lambert right now. Though I mean, he's on that tier of as far as the crowd hates you. You know you can't fucking fight. You know you're gonna get your ass kicked, and you keep talking shit. I hope you get murdered. That's who he reminds me of.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good deal on Saturday night. Right out of the gate, they jumped the inner circle during Judas, which is a no-no with this AEW crowd. So there's the heel heat right away. Crowd was booing the shit out of these guys, and Dan Lambert was laughing as all his guys were just beating up the inner circle on the ramp. Junior Dos Santos tossed Sammy Guevara's TNT title aside, was punching him in the midsection. He's one guy I'm going to be looking out for on Saturday. I know he's in the match. Junior Dos Santos was actually training at the Performance Center for a couple of months, and then nothing happened there. So he is going to be someone I'm personally going to keep my eye on Saturday. Men of the Year were jamming Santana into the steel steps. A couple of weapons were used here to take out the inner circle, steel chair, table, kendo stick. Jericho is then lifted up top with Dan Lambert sitting on the top turnbuckle, and he power bombs Jericho through the table. Sky takes the microphone and yells, "By God, he may be broken in half!" He says this is just a taste of what they're going to get at Full Gear. Ethan Page says that they're not only going to win, but they're going to make sure Lambert pins Jericho. Folks in the chat, here's a little spoiler. That's not going to happen. They're supposed to say that. But it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Dynamite tonight. He is going to put Jericho in the walls of Jericho and make him tap. And then he gets Jericho in the quote-unquote walls of Jericho, right? And we all know it's just a Boston Crab. And Lambert is yelling, "It's just called a Boston Crab," as he's got Jericho in his finishing move, or one of his finishing moves. I'm like, how great is this?
That's so good.
Like, who does that shit?
It's so good. I see people saying Triple H and JBL. Triple H, maybe I wanted to see Triple H win. When Triple H was on his mega heel run, I was down for watching him win. JBL, I've never enjoyed. That guy could have floated off the face of the earth during his big run and would not have shed a single fucking tear.
The best thing JBL did was APA.
APA, yes, absolutely. But here's a name I forgot about as far as getting that kind of Lambert heat and wanting to see him get his ass kicked, and that's Shane McMahon.
Yeah. Shane
McMahon, not any of the recent Shane McMahon stuff, but before he went away for the first time. Classic. That was awesome. Asshole Shane. He was hopping around doing the fucking arm spin and just being fucking annoying and trying to taunt Big Show. Yeah, I couldn't wait for Shane to get his ass kicked.
You know, a lot of people mention Triple H. I never booed Triple H. Like, I was always a fan of Triple H. I had no problem with him.
Yeah, no, him and Stephanie. I loved the him and Stephanie stuff before the Authority stuff when they first got married.
Yeah.
So I wasn't big on the Authority shit, but I was big on the it was the what was it, the Helmsley McMahon regime, I think it was.
Yep.
Good stuff. Good fucking stuff.
I believe Dan Lambert was yelling out, made famous by the real Rocky Johnson as well. So
yeah, he did. he did.
I mean, you got a two for oneer here.
So. That was so good, man.
So Dan Lambert and America's Top Team versus the Inner Circle. Excellent stuff there. I really enjoyed that segment. Always love to feel and see the heat that Dan Lambert gets on AEW television. It cannot be taught. I want to make sure you guys know that. We got a 6-woman tag here. Tay Conti, the number one contender to Brittany Baker, and the AEW Women's Championship. Thunder Rosa and Anna Jay. They went up against Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, and Rebel. Thunder Rosa and Jamie Hayter actually have a match. Don't know when that's going to take place. It may very well be in the coming week or so for the TBS Championship Tournament. Thunder Rosa more than likely going to win that match, advance. That's my prediction. Thunder Rosa versus Jade Cargill in the semifinals of this tournament. Just kind of goes back to the long-term booking deal that we talked about earlier. But this was a fun match, Jesse. This was intense. It was quick. It was not as offensive as some of the women's matches on WWE TV that we see. And the one thing that I saw out of this match, and I'm going to refrain from mentioning Rosa kicking your ass because we love Rosa here. She was in this match, Jesse, and, you know, Tay Conti is still learning. She's got huge upside. I've seen a lot of great things from her in recent weeks. Tonight, she was very impressive. Anna Jay, we talked about extensively on this show. She needs to work on a few things. She's very young. She'll get it. Also got a bright future. Jamie Hayter is excellent. Britt Baker is excellent. Rebel's just there. But the one thing that I noticed in this match is every time Thunder Rosa is involved or someone like Thunder Rosa, I think it more so comes from Rosa. When she's in a match like this, it seems like everybody else is just wanting, and you physically see it. It almost happens every single time we see it there. The energy is just on another level. Everybody's out there to really just go all in with someone like Rosa. Her difference in this match, man, it takes it from, you know, a level 1 to maybe like a level 7. It's a beautiful thing to see with her in the match.
She's very physical.
Yeah. No, that's correct. Really, she needs to be. I mean, that's the way we want our women to be in the ring.
She really is. She's very small. So she makes up for that in physicality.
Yeah.
You know, and also I don't have her winning this tournament either.
No, I don't have her winning the tournament either. I think we talked about this. I'm going with Ruby.
Yeah. I see her Ruby, and that tease with her and Britt Baker in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I think that kind of shows right away that she's not winning this tournament. The money is Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa feud.
Yeah, that match I see happening earliest Revolution in February, and the latest maybe Double or Nothing.
Yeah. That's just what it's going to be. Thunder Rosa is nobody's beating Britt Baker but Thunder Rosa. You know, and I don't see her losing that title before she gets the feud with Thunder Rosa, because that kind of takes a lot of the power away from that feud. So they have to go at it for that title.
Yeah, you just feel it with Britt. Everybody knows it's too early to take the title off of her. I think the division right now is probably the best it's been with her as champion. Everybody loves her. When that match happens, man, it is going to be... I would not be shocked if Tony Khan puts whatever that show happens, whenever that show happens, whatever match that show happens on, I could absolutely see Tony Khan putting that on the main event.
See, I can see him putting them in a cage.
Even better.
For their next matchup, not like the third or fourth in their next series, but because of their already the priors and their history and everything like that. I think in the feud leading up to their next match, I think you can easily get them in the cage and they can kill it.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because I was thinking that myself. Coming out of the last match that they had, that unsanctioned lights out match, there is no fucking way that those two women are going into a regular one-on-one match for the final. No way. So whatever they're doing, it needs to be amped up to another level coming out of that lights out match. A steel cage match to me would be absolutely perfect. You put them in a steel cage in the main event, crown Rosa the champion when you do it, man. That's a fucking match that I'll pay any amount of money to go see.
It is, and that's a pay-per-view main event right there.
Absolutely.
Pay-per-view main event. Thunder Rosa, Britt Baker cage for that title. Man, take all my money. Listen, TK, listen, I hope someone passes this along to you, man. We're giving you fucking ideas before you even come. You probably already have them by now. What the fuck am I talking about? He had these plans a year ago. What are you talking about?
Jesus Christ. Well, this is Booker of the Year we're talking about. This is not Bruce Pritchard. Come on. Listen, this match was awesome. Quick, painless, to the point. Conti got a hot tag after we got some nice back and forth between Rosa and Jamie Hayter. Baker quickly fled from Rosa, which was nice to see. You don't want to put them in the ring too soon yet. So
Conti and Hayter in the same match, man.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. I'll let the chat use their imagination on that one. Conti,
amazing skills.
Conti got the tag. Listen, man, Rosa's not too shabby either. You know what? Never mind. Conti got the hot tag there. She ran wild on her opponents with clotheslines. She was overwhelmed by all the numbers here, the numbers advantage. Rosa and Hayter faced off. We got Rosa going to the top rope, Jesse, with Hayter on the outside. Took her out of the match, which gave the babyface the win here. She went up to the top with a crossbody, and my God, man, it was almost as if, just envision LeBron James behind the three-point line, man. Fucking effortless swish. Three-pointer, all net. Rosa went up top, man, with this crossbody and nailed this crossbody so flush that all I heard was splat on the floor. It was like, holy shit, is Jamie Hayter alive?
Yeah, Hayter went straight flat back on it, and that's not the right bump to take. I'm sure she tried to, but when she caught her, she went straight flat back instead of coming down with her legs first. And they never cut to her again after that spot. So I hope she's okay. It looks like she probably got the wind taken out of her pretty damn badly. Hopefully that was it, but I could see a broken rib somewhere there too.
Well, hopefully she was all right. Rosa was all right because she was in the ring celebrating with everybody here. Rebel was left alone in the ring where Conti hit the hammerlock DDT for the win, and that was it. The babyfaces get the win. And in pro wrestling one-on-one terminology, this means that Tay Conti is not winning the AEW Women's Championship on Saturday night. So, all you Tay Conti fans out there, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but Britt Baker is not losing that championship. Jungle Boy. I'm sorry, Jesse. What did you want to add? Which finishing move do you want Thunder Rosa to execute on you? What do you got? What do you got? What? This guy's breaking up over here. What the fuck's going on? He sounded a good old show. Now I can't. He sound like fucking Charlotte Flair. Intermission coming through. What's this guy? What is this guy doing? This guy is fucking. What is this guy doing? Do you hear this guy right now? I'm working on a fiber optic fucking connection, and this guy is like, please do not compute. Do not compute. Please, Android, Charlotte. This guy froze on my screen. Look. Do you see this guy here? Jesse, are you on planet Earth? What the fuck's going on? This guy, I don't listen. This is not me. Did his internet go out?
No.
Oh my goodness, man. Oh my God. Minor League Wireless in the chat. Jesse, I'm gonna have to disconnect you, bro. You gotta call me back. I don't know what happened. Let me X this guy out. Give me a second. This guy's got fucking Charlotte Flair dial-up connection, man. Yo. He's still coming in like the fucking Android, bro. What's going on? Oh my goodness, this is not me here. You guys can see me.
This is not me.
It's Discord. Should I close Discord down?
YouTube. It is Discord.
There you go, man. That sounded like you were fucking auto-tuning yourself, bro.
It is not us, man. I checked my connection. I checked everything. It's Discord, bro. It is not me. It is not me. I have the fastest internet I can get on Xfinity, dude.
Are you back?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Why am I on fucking Discord screen on?
Well, I just fixed it, man. I had to wait for you to fucking upgrade yourself here.
Dude, look, I need everyone in chat to realize this is not my fucking fault. There's nothing I can do about this. We gotta change platform. We gotta get away from Discord, man.
Well, if you can find me something that I could get the green screen stuff behind me to look good in, then by all means, I'll leave that up to you. I don't know.
Right now, dude, anything is better than this shit. This is fucking terrible. And this is not my. I lost no internet. I lost nothing. I got the fastest internet I can get with Xfinity. I get about 300 or 400 megs.
People in the chat saying Jesse's fault.
Nope. You wish. It's not.
Listen, man.
It's not. There's nothing. It's not my fault.
Some people in the chat saying Thunder Rosa is hacking your stream.
No. I got security out front waiting, bro.
Oh, okay. Listen. Now that we're all good and we got all the laughs and the Android dancing and the please do not compute Android shit out of the way. Let's move on with the show here. Jungle Boy and Anthony Bowens with Max Caster. This was an impromptu match that was added late to Dynamite's. Max Caster, always a man of many words, came out saying that Jungle Boy stutters every time he does a promo. He also said Jungle Boy looks so pathetic he wouldn't kiss him even though he's his fetish. He said he's so progressive he leaves his girlfriend behind to hang out with 7 other guys. I mean, lucky them, I guess, right? Not so much
lucky for Jungle Boy.
Oh, I mean, listen, man, I don't think Jungle Boy's got anything to worry about with the Dark Order over there. Come on. Yeah, it's Jungle Jack Perry, man. Who has that glorious hair in the Dark Order? Nobody.
I don't know.
Nobody.
I don't know, man.
This was
his girlfriend was pulling up third string in that match, man. What the hell?
Third string.
Yeah.
In the last match?
Behind Hayter and Conti.
Oh, well, she's not ready yet.
Well, now she's yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Well, listen, Anthony Bowens, man, he's gotten 2 matches under his belt. Didn't he wrestle Bryan on Rampage? And now he's wrestling Jungle Boy. I mean, I guess, listen, man, Max Caster was somebody that Tony Khan pushed during the pandemic. Bowens was hurt. And now, I don't know if Caster's going through an injury. I don't think he is. But now Bowens is getting some love. So it's nice to see that Tony Khan is an equal opportunity lender here.
It is. I like what he's doing with them. I like the stuff with Dante Martin and everything else. I mean, the more they dive into this Leo Rush thing, the more I'm starting to worry about Dante's brother coming back.
No, I don't think we have anything to worry about there. If anything, I would pair Darius with his brother and Lio Rush and make him a trio.
No, they're breaking up. It's gonna be Martin versus Lio. But I'm wondering, like, health-wise, like, how's that injury going? What's going on with it?
Somebody in the chat, I think we asked this a couple weeks ago. I think February is the time frame.
February? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But Bowens looked good here against Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy looks good every time he's in the ring there. Jungle Boy was being beaten down. Bowens was in a nice groove early on. Jungle Boy made a comeback. Caster was on the ring apron. Jungle Boy let go of a snare trap attempt here and knocked him off the ring apron. Bowens went after Jungle Boy, but Jungle Boy ducked and dove onto Caster at ringside. Bowens then delivered a beautiful corkscrew DDT on Jungle Boy off the middle rope for a near fall. Jungle Boy countered Bowens and locked in the snare trap. Caster reached into the ring to try to help, but it was out of range, and Bowens eventually tapped. Bowens has looked good these last two matches, so that is a huge thumbs up on his behalf there. And Caster was, obviously Max Caster, which is always a great thing to see. And I would like to see the Acclaimed move up in the tag team rankings in the new year. I think starting off with Jurassic Express here, I think could be a great little feud for these two teams.
I'm curious as to what's slowing their progression. I mean, other than, think about it. Look at, Proud and Powerful are just now starting to maybe get something going and things like that. Waiting for things to move in the tag division. The Lucha Bros are not really doing too much with those titles either since they took them from Bucks.
Yeah, they got FTR at the pay-per-view. I get what you're saying, though. I think, with what you're saying, all these teams, like the Acclaimed and Private Party and teams like that, they're still relatively young, so there is time. And I think Tony Khan is in no rush to get these guys to a point where it's too much too soon. But, yeah, I do agree. The tag team division right now is kind of not hit a wall, but it's almost in this waiting period to see what's going on. I think with the FTR Lucha Brothers feud, I think FTR is going to move on from this. The Lucha Brothers, I do think still, in my plan would be Santana and Ortiz. I do think that happens going into the new year, but I could be wrong. But I do agree it's at a stalemate right now.
Yeah, I just want to see them do a little bit more with the title. The Bucks were doing those titles very well. Lucha Brothers got them. Great. Everybody wanted to see them grab the titles. I wonder if they were dealing with any kind of nagging injuries or something like that, because we really didn't see them too much since they won those titles. Some occasional promos here and there. I think they had like a match. Have they defended them at all? Once? Maybe?
I think against the Acclaimed. It might have been against the Acclaimed.
Did they?
On a Rampage episode, yeah.
I don't even remember. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to see them do more with the title. So after this weekend, where they surely will win, I kind of want to see them get back in the groove and get some more storyline built up, some more defenses. I want to see them do more with the title.
I think we will. I also don't want to see them on TV every week. I don't want to see champions defend their titles. I
don't mind seeing them on TV every week. I don't want to see them wrestle every week.
Yeah, then it goes into the WWE way of doing things. Like, we see people too many times, too many weeks, consistently and consecutively. I think the Lucha Brothers, I think they'll be just fine. Honestly.
Well, we've been scorned by the other company, because if you get your champions on TV every week, but they're not wrestling every week, but then they're being confronted and facing off and feuding with different tag teams, then you don't mind seeing them as much.
Yep.
But when you get to see them every week facing the same goddamn feud over and over and over again, yeah, quickly, it's easy to get tired of it that way.
Someone in the chat said Butcher and Blade were actually their first title defense on Rampage.
Okay, there we go. That's a good one. I liked it.
Well, anyway,
I want to see them do more. They just kind of stagnant right now.
Yeah, they'll be fine. But after the match here, Bobby Fish, of all people, came out and attacked Jungle Boy from behind as he was celebrating his win over Anthony Bowens. He landed a knee strike and then an exploder suplex into the ropes. Christian and Luchasaurus ran out for the save, and Bobby Fish ran away. This was a very odd-timed attack, random attack by Bobby Fish. Now, I threw this out on Twitter, and I threw it to Jesse via text because we watch these shows every week together. And the fact that Bobby Fish came out and attacked one half of one of the most popular tag teams in all of AEW, and Kyle O'Reilly's a free agent in about 3.5 weeks, it is very odd that they're setting up a tag team feud with one half of a tag team and his other partner, or his partner, the other half of the tag team, is not even there yet. Does this mean, Jesse, that we may be getting seeds planted for Kyle O'Reilly walking on into AEW, and this is going to be their first feud, obviously hired by Adam Cole?
I think so.
I think so, too.
We've already speculated that we were going to get O'Reilly before this night,
Yep.
And after this interaction, dude, they've already mentioned the Undisputed Era and everything. They're doing things as far as Fish's transition into AEW the way that they should be done. I hate you bring someone in and just ignore something that everyone already knows. Braun Breaker. Why is he Braun Breaker and not Steiner? We all know. We all know. Book him. We all know. Why would Fish come in and just pretend he doesn't know who Adam Cole is?
Yeah.
We all know that he knows.
Yeah.
Use it.
Well, clearly the Young Bucks and Adam Cole were backstage. Young Bucks knew who Bobby Fish was. Clearly they've worked with each other for many, many years. They obviously know Adam Cole. Fish knows Adam Cole. They all know each other. They're all one big happy family. So Bobby Fish is a longtime friend of the Bucks, and he wanted to introduce Cole, Bobby Fish, to the Bucks. Matt Jackson says they don't need to be introduced because they know him very well. Jackson said in AEW, there's no dispute, and it's the era of the elite and the era of the super clique. So a little play on words there for the undisputed era, which clearly are no longer a thing. But they may be a thing in AEW, but under a different guise. I have no idea. He said if Cole says he's cool, then they're cool. Cole suggested Fish face Jungle Boy on Friday, but leave them a little bit of JB so that they can finish the job on Saturday at Full Gear. Sounds like O'Reilly's coming in to me, because why would you target Jungle Boy, who's a part of a tag team? I just feel like this is all too familiar with Fish, O'Reilly, and Adam Cole coming in. And with O'Reilly coming in, Bobby Fish got a nice pat on the back from Adam Cole and a nice warm welcome to join him in AEW. Recommendation from Adam Cole to Tony Khan. I'm assuming that Kyle O'Reilly is going to be the same when he jumps ship to AEW, and Red Dragon will be once again a thing, and this tag team division is going to be taken up yet another notch, and I don't know how many notches there are, because it's already incredible.
We said it before. I don't understand. I didn't understand the singles signing of Bobby Fish.
Yeah,
I really don't, especially in this crowded locker room. But bringing in O'Reilly protects that investment and gives you something to do with both those guys. I've never been overly the one to anticipate anything with Kyle O'Reilly or Bobby Fish, but now I can't wait to see those guys back together in AEW.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I think there's just natural chemistry there because they're all very good friends. And the Undisputed Era, I mean, we all loved Triple H's version of NXT. And the Undisputed Era, probably the best faction in all of WWE since the days of the Shield. And they were a huge force, and it's going to be great to see them back on AEW in front of this type of audience again, because Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard killed everything that was the essence of NXT, and it's great to see these guys thriving with another promotion. We got Wardlow versus Wheeler Yuta. This was kind of an odd match to throw on a go-home show. Wheeler Yuta got decimated in 3 minutes. Powerbomb after powerbomb after powerbomb, and then a huge rising knee strike off the top rope by Wardlow. He beats Wheeler Yuta in no problem in 3 minutes. Like I said, Jesse, kind of an odd match to be on the go-home show. I guess Wardlow is going to be in line for a star attraction because I don't see him and MJF remaining a duo for much longer. It's not going to end tomorrow, but I think we're getting the seeds planted where Wardlow's eventually going to get sick and tired of MJF. And I think this was more of Tony Khan wanting to remind people how much of a force Wardlow is in AEW.
Yeah. I'm sure that's what this was. Now look, just me personally, I'm having a little bit of a relatability issue with Wardlow, only because of Lance Archer. I mean, I want to see Lance Archer get the go. And the thing is, I'm looking at Wardlow and Lance Archer. I feel like they're the same person. I mean, as far as like the way that they're built and then the way that they will be booked, I feel like they're the same person. I almost want to see them. I almost rather see them in the tag team. But as a singles, I would rather see Lance Archer over Wardlow. I mean, he seems to be a little bit more charismatic. In ring work, they're both fine. But they remind me of each other. Every time I see Wardlow, I'm like, this guy is just like Lance Archer. So I don't know. And again, that's a me thing. I'm kind of hoping that kind of rubs off and goes away because I would like to see him because I do like Wardlow. But I don't know if he's ready to split from MJF. I mean, they're gonna split. Splitting him from MJF kind of feels like Brian Cage split from Team Taz right now. He doesn't have that much babyface momentum to split.
Yeah, something really dastardly has to happen on his end where he gets just completely fed up with MJF. I do think that he remains with MJF through his world title run. And I think at the end of the world title run, he may end up actually costing MJF the title when that day comes. Who knows? And that may turn him that may turn him into one of the biggest baby faces in the company if MJF has a lengthy reign and he's the one who just says, you know what, I'm sick of this fucking guy. Let's end it. Wardlow has the keys to MJF's kingdom. He can end it at any time, and I think that's the role he's going to play.
Yeah.
Lio Rush, AEW Dynamite debut. Dante Martin. They went up against Matt Sydal and Lee Moriarty. I'm a big fan of Lio Rush. Have been a big fan of Lio Rush, except for that Bobby Lashley pairing that WWE did nothing with there. I thought that was absolutely atrocious in the role that he played there. Triple H brought him back to NXT. He was the Cruiserweight champion. He had some gems against Angel Garza, amongst others, in NXT. Then he, all of a sudden, is no more. Goodbye. Gone. Released. And they paired him with Dante Martin. Darius Martin, Dante's brother, is injured. He's going to be out till about February, rumored. February, March, the spring of 2022. Matt Sydal and Lee Moriarty. Another team, another random pairing here. But I've heard so much about Lee Moriarty, Jesse. I'm not sure if you're still consistently watching Dark and have seen Moriarty's work. But I've heard from people on social media, or rather I've read and heard from others on social media in regards to Lee Moriarty that this kid has it, that he's great in the ring. He is very humble. He's very nice. And he is just absolutely phenomenal in the ring. I don't know much about him, and I haven't seen any of his previous work on the indies or on Dark, but what I seen tonight with what he did with Dante Martin, if that is just the sliver of an appetizer that we got from Lee Moriarty, I'd like to see more. What did you think of his AEW Dynamite debut tonight?
I'm still trying to... I see this, but I see his potential, but I'm trying to see what everyone else is seeing right now.
He doesn't look it.
Yeah.
That's what I will say.
You know, right. I mean, I see the potential, and I see he's, you know, he works well in the ring, but they haven't really done anything presentation-wise for me to be, you know, all over this guy yet. I'm still waiting for something to happen with him.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's not like he's not trash. The guy, it looks like he can go, but for the hype that's behind him, I'm still waiting to see what it is. Like, I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna hold off my judgment on him for right now. I want to see, because if they say he's got it, I believe them. That's all.
Lio Rush. Like I said, I've been a big fan of Lio Rush. Jesse, remember when Nitro used to do all of the cruiserweight matches in the open of the show, and you got that variety. You got the middleweights, you got the heavyweights, you got the cruiserweights doing their thing. You got Dean Malenko and Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero and Ultimo Dragon and Juventud Guerrera and all those guys. Jericho was a part of that as well. Billy Kidman. You know, it reminded me of what WCW used to do. I love matches like this because not only can these guys wrestle, but these guys go out there and do all that high-flying, very impressive flips, dives, and all this shit. Very high energy, awesome stuff here. And this is always a welcome sight to me on a show, as long as that there are other aspects of pro wrestling that are ingrained in that show. So I love this. Lio Rush, apparently his grandmother passed away this week, and he dedicated this match to her. She was supposed to watch this. And, he dedicated this match, like I said, to her memory on social media today, I believe. I've seen it today, me personally. And he absolutely blew it out of the water today. Nailed the Grand Slam. He was incredible tonight. This was a very good, fun tag team match. Moriarty and Dante performed this very nice back and forth in the beginning of this match. Got a standing ovation from the crowd. Moriarty got his name chanted by the crowd tonight live on Dynamite, which must have been a nice thing for him. So Rush and Sydal tagged in. Shot from Moriarty allowed Sydal to take Rush down. Rush came back with some step-up hurricanranas, broke it down into a four-way. We got a commercial break. Dante the springboard dropkick, allowing him to reach Rush for a hot tag. Moriarty immediately took him down with a big boot, running uppercut. Rush fought off both guys. Cyclone kick on Sydal, Inzaguri on Moriarty. He then hit a handspring, double elbow, kipped up, landed some dives on both guys. So we got a huge top rope spot here with Moriarty popping up to the top rope and taking Dante down with a huge throw for a near fall. Rush then took care of Sydal, and Dante hit a double springboard moonsault on Moriarty for the 1-2-3. Lio Rush wins his debut match on AEW Dynamite with Dante Martin. Really, really, really fun stuff here. I'd like to see more of Rush and definitely Moriarty. And shout out to Dante Martin. He's fucking killing it in the last 6 months. Awesome stuff there, and a nice spotlight for all these guys.
He is. Get that guy some more promo work, please.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it just because he's bad. I mean, yeah, he's pretty bad, but it seems like the only missing piece to his puzzle. And once he nails that, strap the rocket to him, he's good. It's good to go.
You know who's good to go? Miro. Miro is good to go.
God.
He had a promo tonight, a vignette actually, which was very well done. He mentioned Danielson and Full Gear, finals of this Eliminator tournament. Said Danielson is just a man standing between himself and his wife. He said he needs to win this tournament and put the world title over his shoulder. He said it will happen not because his God blessed him, but because he feared, or his God feared him, just like you should. He said this isn't personal, but you have to say goodbye to your wife so I could say hello to mine. And that's the way the vignette aired. And then, love it.
My God.
The finish, Jesse. The
so
finish.
Good.
Do we see Lana at Full Gear?
I'm waiting. You cannot
or
keep
CJ,
mentioning
sorry.
your wife without bringing her in. They gotta bring her in soon.
Yeah. Hey, listen, we didn't see it at All Out. We didn't see it before All Out. This may be the time. We may see her at Full Gear. Dax Harwood and Pac. Probably the best match of the night, in my honest opinion. There was some damn good wrestling on this show. I said this on social media, Jesse, about Dax. I love FTR. I think, if you were to give me a top 5 tag teams on the planet right now, FTR is definitely in the top 5. Probably got the Lucha Brothers in there. You probably got the Usos in there. You probably got the Young Bucks in there. You probably got FTR in there. You probably got Santana and Ortiz in there. Those are, just off the top of my head, my top 5 in no particular order. But you got someone like Pac, who we know can wrestle. He's fantastic. And then you got a guy like Dax coming over from WWE, and Cash coming over from WWE. They are not, just based on the way they look, not guys that Vince would push past a certain threshold. Dax has got a very old school look about him. We know Vince doesn't like that old school shit. He's got an old school mind, but he doesn't really get with the program on what people want nowadays, but a guy like Dax is not going to be pushed based on his looks. But man, oh man, can this guy fucking wrestle, man. He is a part of one of the best tag teams on the planet, and when you put him in the ring individually, he's had some fucking bangers with AEW, man. Jungle Boy, he's wrestled Pac now, and on top of the other stuff, and to come at Full Gear, we know this is going to be a banger match with the Lucha Brothers. Dax is killing it, man. He's fucking great.
They are. I think, believe it or not, I think FTR is a little actually underrated. Only because the style that tag team wrestling has gone to in 2021 does not fit the FTR style. Like you said, they are straight up old school guys. If you took FTR out of 2021 and placed them in 1985, they would have the exact same wrestling style opponent. I mean, and I can appreciate the old school wrestling. I really can, because you don't see too much of it. Now, if you put them in the ring with a current tag team, they can adapt. They can adapt their style to the flow of their opponents. But have it their way, if they're controlling it, we're just doing old school, man. I mean, fists, kicks, moves, and strategy. They are the masters of tag team strategy, and that's what I love about them. But you're not going to see a Young Bucks style from them, per se, unless they have to like adjust their match to, to go with the flow. But I think they're a little underrated, and maybe that's why we don't see him as much as we think that we would. And I like that they're with Tully too, because how does that not support the old school mentality?
These guys knew what they wanted to do as soon as they left WWE. We want Tully as our manager, or we want to be affiliated with Arn Anderson in some way. We want to pay homage to the old school, and they're killing it. What is old is new again. Yeah,
I wanna address a comment in the chat. Ricardo Linnell says, what a difference a company makes. Before, you couldn't pay Jesse and JD to want to see CJ Perry on TV. Now, different story. False. I've been claiming, and so is JD, that the best Rusev was Rusev with his wife, and them breaking them up was a piss poor idea. They should put them back together.
Yep.
We've been saying that, said that the whole time. And now that they're over here, now we're saying put them together. It was a big mistake breaking them up. She was so important to his act, a lot like Cross and Scarlett. By the way, I don't know if you noticed this about WWE as of late, but that they split up Karrion Kross and Scarlett, obviously. That they split up Nikki Cross and Sanity.
Yep.
And then they just fired B-Fab.
Yep.
It's starting to look like they don't like putting females in male acts at all. They split them all up. They split up Rusev and CJ Perry. They split up Nikki Cross. They split up, B-Fab. They don't like putting women with male acts.
Yeah, that's a very weird situation there. Now that you brought it up, it's definitely becoming all too common in WWE, and in every situation, it's something where the female makes the act or enhances the act better than what the male can do on his own. And I'm not saying this for any political reason or whatever. I'm strictly talking about a creative reason. In the examples Jesse has given. Without Scarlett, Cross was dead. Sanity was better with Nikki Cross as fucking crazy, demented Nikki Cross. B-Fab being pulled from Hit Row, they already omitted her from the fucking theme music. They already probably had this planned from the get-go. She enhanced Hit Row by just her presence, and I don't think they're really Hit Row now. I mean, you could attribute it to the Triple H thing too. They love changing everything that Triple H did, but that definitely plays a fact into it as well. And then Lana, Jesse, they were already on their case, because remember when Miro proposed to Lana, CJ, when they were in the middle of a feud with Dolph Ziggler, and Lana was kind of with Dolph, and they got married, and it kind of ruined their plans. Right from that moment, they had a vendetta against them.
Yeah. Yeah, NBA in the chat just mentioned Andrade and Zelina.
Yeah.
Broke them up.
Yeah.
They don't like we were all clamoring to have Naomi put with Roman and the Bloodline.
Yeah.
They won't do it.
Not happening.
Not happening. It'd be a fantastic move. You know what, a move like that, you know what it does? It takes some of that Roman dust and it sprinkles it into the women's division. They're not thinking about that. That's exactly what it would do. Put Naomi with Roman.
It is amazing how there's got to be something going on there. I don't know where it's coming from, if it's Vince or it's Bruce, or maybe it's John Laurinaitis. I have no fucking idea.
Yep. Nope. They do not like putting female acts with the male act. I don't get it.
But I'll tell you what. And
then when they do want to do it, know what we get? Seth and Becky.
Yeah. Yeah. Something that we don't want to see on television.
Yeah.
The thing is, when Cross makes his way to AEW, who do you think is going to be in his corner every match?
Oh, God, yes.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Yep.
So, going back to this Dax Harwood match in Pac, this was awesome. There was a snap German that sent Dax to the floor. Big dive over the top rope, and it was a little nasty on the outside there with Pac, hitting the hardwood floor or the mat on the outside, and Dax was busted open a little bit on his chest. They were fighting on the top rope, and Pac hit a beautiful, and I mean fucking nasty, brain buster, and he got a 2 count there, then hit a missile drop kick as Tully was on the outside telling Dax to get up. Dax rolled out of the way of a black arrow. Quick distraction from Tully allowed Dax to hit a brain buster of his own on Pac for a very nice near fall. Pac climbed the top ropes, and Dax popped up, hit an avalanche back suplex. He turned Pac inside out with a lariat, hit a rebound Liger bomb, and then they traded strikes before a backslide allowed Pac to apply the brutalizer for a submission victory. Excellent match. Dax quickly tapped out. After the match, the lights went out. Cash Wheeler, Malachi Black, and Andrade El Idolo appeared, and they were beating down Pac. The Lucha Brothers and Cody Rhodes ran out. Everybody brawled, and Black, Andrade, and FTR backed up the ramp. Jesse, we did not get an announcement for this tag team match that is certainly looming with Black and Andrade versus Cody and Pac at the pay-per-view. I think Tony Khan may be saving it for a big episode of Dynamite somewhere down the road in the next couple of weeks.
Or he could be not doing it at all. Let's not forget that one.
Maybe. I don't know why he wouldn't.
I don't know.
Sounds like a good match to me.
Yeah. You see how Cody came out?
Yeah, he came through the crowd.
Yeah.
He came out amongst his people.
Why did he come through the crowd?
Because he wants to be cheered.
No.
Because he wants to show WWE how it should have been done with the Shield. I don't know. Why?
Because his normal entrance, he comes where?
He comes down the center ramp.
He comes down for a run-in, he has to come out of one of those tunnels, a heel tunnel or a babyface tunnel. He comes out of the crowd. I think this is a part of his heel turn, his long story heel turn.
Well, wait a minute. So people in the chat are saying that they announced this tag team match.
They announced it?
They announced Cody and Pac versus Andrade and Malachi at the pay-per-view?
I missed it.
I missed it too. Listen, I thank you guys in the chat. I'm not complaining. I wanted to see the match.
Oh well, then there you go. Then it's there.
Makes the show even better. Nice.
But yeah, because if he's gonna come run in for help, I mean, why in the fuck is he out in the? Why is he out in sessions? A run in. Moxley's out there coming in. He's preparing for his entrance. What the fuck is Cody doing? Is he getting a hot dog?
I don't know, man. Listen, maybe he forgot the mustard, man. I have no idea. But I do agree with you. Yes, he did not come through the heel or babyface tunnel. It came through amongst his people.
Yeah, he can't come out. He can't do a run-in and come elevating through the center.
Yeah.
Slowly, he has to come out, and he doesn't want to come out of one of the tunnels. He does not want to come out of the babyface tunnel. I think that's why he came through the crowd, because he's still playing into this babyface heel dynamic, and I think it's all a part of his turn.
Well, listen, I'm excited for this match. I'm glad it was announced, and thank you, chat. And Full Gear is shaping up to be, on paper, man, better than All Out. I had a couple people reach out to me. I said this maybe 4 or 5 days ago. And people were like, "Are you serious, man? You think this show's better than All Out?" On paper, yeah. I mean, look at this. Look at this fucking card. The buy-in, we got Thunder Rosa and Hikaru Shida versus Nyla Rose and Jamie Hayter. We got CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston. We got Pac and Cody versus Malachi and Andrade. Bryan versus Miro. We got Inner Circle versus American Top Team. Darby versus MJF. The Super Click of Adam Cole and the Young Bucks versus Christian Cage and Jurassic Express. Britt Baker versus Tay Conti. Lucha Brothers versus FTR. And Omega versus Paige. This is a fucking pay-per-view, bro.
It has to be better than All Out. The All Out main event was Omega and Christian Cage.
Bro, it has to be better than All Out because Cole and Bryan are wrestling.
Yeah, they're on the card in wrestling, man. They were at the end. Yeah, it can only be better than All Out. There's no way it can be.
People telling me this is not better than All Out. Man, I think you guys need to go back and fucking get your heads examined, really.
No, the main event alone for me. I mean,
I know.
The match was okay, I guess, but come on, Kenny Omega and Christian Cage as your main event is not a draw. It's not exciting to anybody.
It's like a 5-hour fucking pay-per-view here on Saturday night, man. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
But the match was great, and the payoff at the end with Cole and Bryan was great. So the card was fantastic. But yeah, on paper, this is looking much better.
And in the main event segment of tonight's show, guys, speaking of that main event with Paige and Omega, we got the contract signing between the two for the AEW title match on Saturday night at Full Gear. They sat across from each other. Tony Schiavone moderating this entire thing. Kenny Omega's wearing a purple suit. Not Seth Rollins-alike, but very fancy. Adam Page came out in a dress shirt, jeans, very serious. Sat across from each other at the end of a long table. Page, the challenger, went to sign first. He said, the sooner he signs this contract, the sooner he gets to Full Gear and beats Kenny Omega's ass. Big cowboy shit chant. Omega says that if it wasn't for Page's insecurities and failures, he could have had the World Championship by now and the backing of the Elite. Omega saw a bit of himself in Page, how wrong he was, and then he called Page a disappointment. Page said that Omega's also had a tag team partner that perhaps he didn't measure up to, and he didn't mention anybody by name, but he was referencing Kota Ibushi. When Omega beat Page at Full Gear last year, he told Page, "Good job, hanger." But Omega wasn't proud of Page. He was scared of him. Page will become that fear when Page wins the World Championship this Saturday. Omega says he wanted to be the guy to see Page reach his potential. He offered to shake Page's hand, saying, "Let's kill it" at the pay-per-view. They ended up shaking hands. And Omega said, "Good job, Hangman. I'm proud of you." In a very mocking and sarcastic way, he turned his back on Page. The cameraman that was in the ring to film this entire thing all of a sudden bashed the camera over Page's head. He unmasked himself. He was wearing a fake beard and a fake mustache, took off his cap, and it was Don Callis. Page was busted open, blood running down his face. Omega then smeared the blood of Page on the contract, and that's the way the show went off the air. The prick is back, Jesse. The prick is back.
Didn't see that coming.
Nobody saw that coming. After 6 weeks...
Didn't see that coming. And I mean, everybody was wondering what's going to happen with Don Callis. Don Callis is not going anywhere. This run they're doing with Kenny, we need Don Callis for that. Yeah. You can't finish this heel run with Kenny without Don Callis.
Yeah, Callis says he's been hanging out in his basement with whomever for 6 weeks so that he could have this moment. I don't know if that was a inside shot to all the Twitter fucking geeks out there, but yes, they all do dwell in their basement, and Don Callis was amongst you people. Seeing how you live, you fucking geeks. So he's back, and this is going to be a great main event. I can't wait to see Page get his moment. That should be a great match. Their last match was great. I'm expecting this one to be off the charts. Full Gear is going to be stacked. It is stacked from top to bottom. We're expecting Page to win the World Championship, and we will be live here on Saturday night, folks, to cover it and make sure you guys are all in the know coming out of Full Gear. So please set your clocks and set your notifications and get your VIPs, or RSVPs, I should say, into the venue on Saturday night. Should be awesome for Off the Script. Guys, we're going to go over the Super Chats in just a little bit. But again, I want to thank you all for joining me on the podcast tonight. Hit that thumbs up. We got 728 likes on the live stream right now. Let's try for 1,000 before we get on out of here. So continue to hit that thumbs up. Thank you to all the new members tonight. We got 4 in total. Keep them coming in. Hit that join button down below and become a VIP on the podcast. Go check out all the other videos if you might have missed anything on the channel, including the extra that was uploaded today. It's all on the homepage. And please make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, man. We are nearing 129,000 subscribers on the podcast. Awesome.
Another member.
Another member. Thank you so much, brother. Golden boy. I see you, bro. All right, let's start at the top here. We got Tony Brown with a $9.99 super chat. JD, if you did a podcast I absolutely couldn't find, and I know I wasn't hypnotized by Toxic Attraction and their booty, I really tried. Had to go to another, but I only super chat OTS. Hello, Jesse. OTS for life. Tony Brown, I did not cover NXT last night, man. NXT is straight trash. Some weeks I just can't be bothered with it, man. I'm just not motivated. Don't take it personally. I don't want to give anybody my audience. I don't want you guys to go watch somebody else because they're utterly boring. But it depends on how important the show is, man. NXT just announced War Games minus the takeover, which we all know why. But I did not do an NXT podcast last night. I actually streamed Call of Duty Vanguard on my second YouTube channel instead. So thank you, Tony, for the $9.99. DV Acme with a $5 super chat. In terms of match importance, today's Dynamite wasn't much since it was to build the pay-per-view, but in terms of match quality, holy shit, amazing show. Absolutely, man. Excellent show tonight. Yeezus with a $9.99 super chat. Felt bad for Triple H when I saw Adam Cole and Bobby Fish reunite, but I'm here for it. For an amazing show tonight. And we're not done there, bro. Kyle O'Reilly will be in eventually. And Triple H, listen, man, thoughts and prayers go out to Triple H, man. I feel for the man. I really do.
You know, we joke about it. I know people have tweeted it and put it in the chat and laughed about it. But what if, I mean, seriously think about it and break it down. What if Triple H went to go sign with AEW?
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, we know his position in the company. He can't be happy with it. I mean, I'm assuming it, but he can't be happy. What's to stop him from stepping down from his corporate job? I mean, his wife is still gonna work there. She's not getting fired.
No.
He can go work for the other company. He's a free man. He's not bound to WWE for life. And he can go over there and work behind the scenes if he wants to.
Yep.
What's to stop him? I mean, what's Vince gonna do? Fire him? He can't fire him from the family.
And in a year where CM Punk and Bryan Danielson joined AEW in the same fucking month, I would not be surprised by anything I see nowadays.
I mean, seriously, what's to stop him from in another year or two or whatever the fuck he becomes available from going over there and finishing all his damn NXT projects?
Yeah.
I mean, it would be the biggest acquisition in history.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
Yeezus with a $19.99 super chat. Thank you, brother. Also, Malachi Black and El Idolo are the best dressed tag team in all of wrestling right now. I'm going to watch the review tomorrow because I have work early in the morning. Enjoy your night, JD and Jesse. Thank you, Yeezus. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, V20. Triple H buying Ring of Honor and turning it into the old NXT would be epic. Can you imagine that? Not going to happen, Hooligan, but nice imagination there, brother. Michelle Moran with a $5 super chat. Quite refreshing to see a proper pay-per-view build. I have never felt so excited for a pay-per-view until AEW was born. And after Saturday, Paige finally gets to be crowned champ. All of AEW's pay-per-views have to deliver because they come with price. And Tony Khan is absolutely killing it. PMAC with a $10 super chat. Someone asked you a few months ago Were you DC or Marvel guy? I'm surprised you said Marvel because DC is more of your dark heavy metal AEW type and Marvel is more up with your pop rock WWE that caters to the kids.
Marvel's more interesting.
I mean, bro, listen, I'm a Batman guy. Batman's DC, right? And Marvel is Spider-Man. Those are two of my favorite guys, so I mean, it is what it is.
Marvel's more interesting. And Superman he sucks.
Yeah, Superman sucks.
Superman is fucking a word I can't say. God.
Thank you, P-Mac. Also, with a $5 super chat is P-Mac. Jesse, you said Friday is movie night for the family. Me and the wifey just finished watching The Harder They Fall on Netflix. Great fucking movie.
Harder They Fall. I haven't heard of that one.
Me neither.
Check that out. Put it on my list right now. Thank you. We are big movie guys. I redesigned my whole living room theater type deal.
John Michael Shanner with a $4.99 super chat. One of the best Dynamites all year, in my opinion. Holy frig, was that gold. That's how it's done. Also, Casa de Negro, House of Black, with Black Cody and Idolo. Bro, Cody's not joining the House of Black. Wishful thinking, but he's not joining the House of Black. Maybe Wyndham. Maybe.
No, he wouldn't want to bring his go away heat to Alistair.
Yeah.
Malachi's heat. So no.
Phil becomes a member in the OTS venue. Thank you, Phil. What are you drinking, brother? Enjoy your stay. Tony Brown with another $4.99 super chat. Leo Rush is indeed the Moth Man of the Year. Or Man of the Hour, I'm sorry. Man of the Year. Man of the Hour. That's Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. Man of the Hour. Like Britt Baker is the Woth Woman of the Hour. I'm obviously wide awake. Didn't miss a minute. I'm surprised you're still awake, Tony Brown. Good on you, brother.
Man, Harder They Fall is rated R, bro. I get small kids.
Maybe he means just you and the wife, bro.
I don't watch movies where she's bored.
Is she in the chat?
I hope not.
Okay. Will Check with a 2-month membership. Thank you, brother. What a setup for Full Gear. Wish I could watch it live this weekend, but I bought tickets to New Japan Pro Wrestling's Battle in the Valley. Gonna see my dude Okada. And we'll be here, bro. As soon as you get done with that, you go home and then you watch us. Nick Crispino with a $5 super chat. For those saying WWE's better, should we just treat them as special needs people? Come on, bro. Why are we insensitive on this podcast? This is a wholesome value fucking podcast, bro. Come on.
We're not insensitive. Who says we're not insensitive?
He's calling WWE special needs people. Marcus Thomas with a $5 super chat. JD, Jesse versus Thunder Rosa, or Cody. Which match should happen on Hog? Just joking around. HOG and Full Gear. Can't wait for this weekend. Bro, it's Thunder Rosa all day long. And then I'll take her out for tacos afterwards to celebrate.
You didn't even watch her taco vlog, did you?
No, I did not watch this week's, no.
See, I think she was hanging out with Evil Uno and having tacos. Evil Uno.
Evil Uno can eat tacos, bro. Listen.
I get it. He was had a hard time getting them through that damn
I know, that's why I said it.
Yeah.
Your boy Light with a $5 super chat. Just wait until Darius Martin returns and joins Dante and Leo. Yet another trios team in the making. Yeah. And then they can split up and then Leo Rush can go on his own. I'd love to see Rush versus... Bro, can you imagine Leo Rush versus Sammy Guevara for the TNT title? Oh, my goodness.
I can picture Rush in the ring with quite a few AEW talents.
Leo Rush versus Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Leo Rush versus Jungle Boy.
And I don't have them staying together very long.
No.
Leo Rush and Top Flight. I mean,
No.
they've already planted the seeds to break them up. And Rush is going to go heel soon. We'll see.
P-Mac with a $2 super chat. Hashtag Boston accents. Hashtag harder MJF harder. I don't know what the fuck that means, but
I don't know, but MJF got diarrhea of the fingers after the show.
Oh, did he?
He said Heard Wardlow did well. Super proud of you, bud. And then a few minutes later, he said, also, fuck all of you.
Oh, nice. That's great. Buster Cherry with a $4.99 super chat. AEW hyped up Full Gear in one episode 100 times better than WWE's promoted one of their biggest pay-per-views in weeks. Seriously, is Survivor Series just another pay-per-view? Bro, Survivor Series shouldn't even be happening this year. What a joke. I doubt that they even sold out that fucking Barclays Center, man. Philip Newton with a $9.99 super chat. So Chaos is now in AEW. TK delivering the goods. Thunder Rosa is a tough woman, Jesse. Run for your life. Rocky Romero, Danielson, Chef's Kiss. WWE is dead to me. Words cannot describe tonight's Dynamite. Art Suave. I'm sorry, Jesse. What'd you say?
I'm sorry. I wouldn't say WWE is dead. I do turn it on for a few minutes from time to time for kind of laugh at it. Like Raw, I told you I watched Raw for about 45 minutes. I thought that was pretty amazing.
They are dead in one sense. They're dead creatively.
No, yeah.
Art Suave Angelo with a $4.99 super chat. Will Adam Cole turn on Omega and have a faction with Fish and Kyle? He was kicked out of the Bullet Club. Also, will the first Okada-Bryan match take place at Wrestle Kingdom 2022? Yes, I do think, and I think Jesse thinks the same way, that Cole will lead the Elite eventually. Having a faction with Fish and Kyle, probably not. They'll be acquaintances, not a faction. And Okada-Bryan, if Bryan can make it out to Japan, and there are a little on the easy side as far as the restrictions go, I could see that taking place, yeah. What?
My wife's in the chat.
Of course. Don't worry. Thunder Rosa is going to kick his ass. Philip Newton with two $4.99 super chats. WWE is so terrible that the word sports entertainment is cringe. This weekend is a great weekend for pro wrestling. New Japan and AEW pay-per-view. Book it, Tony. It's coming, brother. Raging Girl Gamer with a $9.99 super chat. Love y'all. JD and Jesse and the OTS fam, I appreciate you showing me some love. I love being here. It makes me happy and gets me away from a lot. I have my moments, a lot, but I will be strong. We love you, Rage.
Hang in there, Rage. Hang in there. All right, please.
Dan Hackett, thank you, brother, for the 100 bomb before. Page Omega, Punk Kingston. They're going to live up to that, brother. It's going to be an awesome show. Thank you for your 100, man. Very generous of you. The Last Spartan with a $12.06 super chat. What's up, JD? What's up, Uncle Jesse? Haha, full house reference there. Uncle Jesse. Tonight's show proved to be a go-home show, or proved how to do a go-home show with Hog and Full Gear on back-to-back days. This weekend is going to be special. Shout out to Raging Girl Gamer. Thank you, Spartan. Hopefully I do you guys justice this week, man. On Friday, I'm a little nervous. It's only my second show on Fight TV, man. Second show on pay-per-view, but I got Solid Monster there by my side, man, with two knowledgeable guys. I think we'll do a good job. Nate with a $1.99 super chat. Who delivers the best insults on the mic in AEW? MJF. Captain Solo without a question. Captain Solo, $5 super chat. Do you guys think MJF is the best promo in the business right now? JD, were you ever a fan of the Stone Temple Pilots? Captain, yes and no. You know Eli with a $9.99 super chat. Page versus Jay White. Danielson versus Ibushi. Omega versus Ospreay. Which one are you picking to main event in AEW New Japan Super Show? I'm going Danielson and Ibushi, bro.
That's a good question. Let's see if our answers line up. Who is the number best promo in all of pro wrestling?
MJF.
I get Eddie Kingston.
Not going to argue that.
I get Eddie Kingston for sure. MJF, I mean, he's going to sting. He's going to hit you. It's going to hurt.
In no particular order, I would say top 5 right now. MJF, Eddie Kingston, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Adam Cole.
Yeah, I can do that. It's very subjective. It's a very subjective list. As long as certain people are in it, you know.
Yeah.
You can't tell me, you know, that Dante Martin's up there. I mean.
Yeah. Listen, you know, I can't leave out Edge either. Edge is fucking just amazing.
Edge is good too.
Yeah.
I get Eddie Kingston. I feel like Eddie Kingston was signed purely for his promo ability.
I don't know how much Tony Khan knew of Eddie Kingston coming into AEW, but it probably puts a smile on Tony Khan's face that it's money well spent. That man is earning every fucking penny he's making.
Look, I remember when they first signed him, and then he showed up on BTE. This guy sat there and cut a fucking 2 or 3 minute promo on a cookie, and it was so good. Not the cookie, the promo. It was so fucking good, and he did another one, something else that was inanimate. He should be teaching promo classes to everyone who needs it backstage. The guy is fucking amazing. He is flat out amazing.
I agree. That man should be doing something after he's done wrestling in the ring for sure. That's going to help everybody else be their best selves.
Yeah.
Thank you to Solo for that super chat. And then, thank you, brother. Prodigy, $10 super chat. Dropped by the podcast to say great review and go home show of AEW tonight. Looking to get a happy birthday from my favorite podcaster and his right-hand man, Prodigy. Happy birthday, brother. Everybody in the venue right now. See those birthday cake emojis for Prodigy, as it is his birthday tonight, this week. Either way, wish Prodigy a happy birthday. Happy birthday, brother. Nate with a $1.99 super chat. Charlotte Flair invaded the stream tonight. Yes, she did.
Nice.
Omega Khan with a $4.99 super chat. Let's get a different platform so Jesse won't have that homage connection anymore.
We gotta try Google Hangouts, something.
Dude, Google Hangouts doesn't even exist anymore.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
God. What's it called? No, it's called something else. Meets. Sorry, Google Meets. Sorry.
Google Meets. There's StreamYard or fucking Zoom. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll try some stuff like offline or something. We gotta do something. Fucking Discord.
Francis Luke with a $10 super chat. Dark had over 40 talents, 15 matches, and the Healed Gun Club and the daughter of Freebird, Terry Gordy. Ruby Soho and Chris Statlander progressing their story better than NXT, Love Harry's, and Dr. Squatch. Sounds like a lot for a dark show, brother.
I got a story about Miranda. Not a story, but just an interesting. I'll tell you offline.
Philip Newton with a $9.99 super chat. That feud between Punk and Kingston, pure epic. I can't wait for this weekend. Thanks, JD. Your show is awesome, too. And Jesse, you better have a great security system.
Oh, I do.
Yuri Youngblood with a $10 super chat. JD, seems we had a misunderstanding a couple weeks ago, but I wasn't talking about Pilot. I meant the song that plays during the super chat bit. Yuri, I don't remember, brother. Whatever you said, man, no hard feelings. Did you accidentally get benched in the chat? I don't know. If you did, I have to fix it.
I got that Arn Anderson.
You got the Arn Anderson what? Oh, you got the Arn Anderson security system?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not gonna work against Thunder Rosa, bro.
No, it probably won't.
She's like a fucking transformer.
Yeah, I know. God damn it.
Johnny Cloud9 becomes a member for 3 months. Thank you, brother. Don Callis fooled me. Thank you, JD, for everything you do and distracting me from real life. Acknowledge the tribal chief of the IWC. Thank you, Johnny. What are you drinking, man? Hacksaw Jim Duggan with a $5 super chat. Do you think TK signs Ember, Taya, and Mia Yim? Then with Britt, Rosa, Sheeta, Deeb, Statlander, Soho could make for the best women's division around. So imagine what a few bucks will do, bro. He signs Ember, no question.
Yeah, he could definitely use a what's her name? Athena.
Yeah. And if Keith Lee's coming in, I'm pretty sure Mia Yim won't be that far behind.
Yeah.
Or Jade. Or whatever she was going by in Impact.
Yeah.
MGM Bolin becomes a new member. Thank you, brother. What are you drinking? Golden Boy, 2-month membership. Always the best. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Golden Boy. Johnny Cloud9 with $4.99 super chat. Can I smoke a joint in the venue? No. This is a smoke-free zone, Johnny Cloud9. Outside you go. Oh, there he goes again. Oh, my goodness. I respect you, JD, and thanks again for everything you do, brother. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Johnny. Jesse, you sound like Charlotte Flair's distant cousin again. Let me get through these super chats, man. We'll fix it offline. DV Acme, $5 super chat. AEW's roster is so deep, Moxley had to go away for rehab. Miro came in as a last-minute replacement, and no momentum whatsoever was lost. Untouchable. Look at this guy. This guy's frozen again, man. Look. Oh my! What am I doing here, man? Thank you, DV Acme. Jedi Joker with a $10 super chat. Hey guys, can't stay long. I'm at work. I'll catch the review tomorrow, but I'm excited for Full Gear, and I'm watching my first Hog show this weekend. What can I expect from Hog, JD? Energy. Thank you, Jedi. Ace's Adventures, $4.99 super chat. Hey, brother, sent you an email back in October. Didn't hear back. Take a look when you get a chance. Keep it up and happy holidays. Aces, you may have to send that to me again, brother. I get so much spam. You may have to send it again to me, bro. Jesse's moving around. I don't know what's going on there. Johnny Cloud9 with a $4.99 super chat. I got John Moxley's book this week, and I highly recommend it. Praying for his recovery. We need that smokers section. Thanks again, JD, for everything. Shakoy with a $5 super chat. You said that you're not a fan of contract signings, but tonight was your favorite contract signing? No.
No.
Now, Cody Rhodes had a contract signing, I believe, with somebody that was excellent. Golden Boy with a $5 super chat. Omega loses, gets kicked out of the Elite, leaves for a little. Mr. Steen joins Superclick, forming Mount Rushmore Wrestling. Omega comes back babyface. Yes. Something like that. Hollywood Guy with a $2 super chat. Top 5 promos, AEW, WWE. Well, we gave you top 5 between the two, Hollywood Guy. We'll leave it at that.
I think I'm back.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, man.
There you go. Ricardo Linnell with a $5 super chat. Love the show, Jesse. Thanks for the correction earlier, JD. How do you book Keith Lee to start in AEW? Much respect to you both. You bring him in and you fucking have him destroy people. That's what you do. And let him be Keith Lee. That's all you need to do.
You bring him in. Look, you bring him in the middle of any kind of Adam Cole match, and you have Keith just come out of nowhere and pounds his ass into the just out of the fucking blue.
Yeah. 4 rows deep. Golden Boy with a $10 super chat. Had a great tag team name for you guys, the Professionals. But because of Jesse's internet, it had to be the Disconnected. Finishing move is called Freeze Frame. LOL. Always love.
How do you explain to people that it is not my internet? How do you explain that?
I don't know, man. You got fucking, you got Xfinity, bro. You got Xfinity. They're terrible.
Terrible?
Yeah.
What?
I have Xfinity in South Jersey, man. They're awful.
It's the fastest internet you can get out here. What am I supposed to get? AT&T?
That's what somebody in the chat said, yeah.
That's fucking, they suck. They don't compare to internet speeds of Xfinity at all. Are you crazy?
Call your local provider and get Verizon up where you are, man.
Xfinity, I'm gonna do you one better. On my Twitter, I'm gonna post a screenshot of my next fucking speed test right now.
The Undertaker with a $5 super chat. If Rosa shows up at Jesse's door, he'll make her famous. No, she's going to make him famous. Captain Solo with a $2 super chat. Are we allowed to vape in the venue? No. No smoking in the venue. No.
Vape is not smoke.
I don't give a shit. I smell it.
But it's not smoke. I hate vape.
And you know what? I'll let vaping in. Maybe.
No.
There'll be a little section for vapors only.
Dude, how many people are in the venue?
1,500.
Now, half of them vape. How's the fucking venue gonna look right now?
Half of the people in the venue vape?
If half of them vape, yeah.
Well, then there's no vaping. Outside you go, in the rain.
There you go. No vaping.
And then Willie Martin with a 5-month membership. Thank you, brother. TK is so great at booking that he went as far as removing Don Callis from the Omega Hangman Full Gear graphic before he showed up tonight. Bro, TK is on his game, man. TK is on his game. Thank you for the 5-month membership, Willie Martin.
How do you screenshot Windows?
I have no idea.
Chat, how do you screenshot with Windows?
Listen, guys, we're about to get out of here. That's the last of the Super Chats tonight. Thank you for the Super Chats. Thank you for the Wednesday night that was tonight. Go home show for AEW Dynamite going into Full Gear. Hit that thumbs up. Let's try for 1,000. I know we'll get there, but let's try and do it before we get out of here. Jesse and I are about to head out to the Mustang, man. We got our cold beverages. It was a beautiful day in New York City. The windows are down. Car is glistening in the moonlight. The inside is immaculate. Don't drag any dirt into the fucking car, geek, okay? Listen.
I don't get dirt on my fucking shoes.
Listen, I need 2 things from the chat. Number 1, I need those guitar emojis in the chat. If you got them, those Mustang emojis. And number 2, I need that music on max. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another extra. And I'll see you back in the venue on Saturday. Full Gear. Jesse and I will be here on Off the Script. No SmackDown this week because I will be at House of Glory. And I'll see you guys on Saturday for Full Gear.